Hello, my name is Jaden Adam Ralph. This is me without my glasses because in my ID picture, I am not wearing glasses. I need to put them back on to read my notes, but I wanted to take them off in case it interfered with identity verification. Out of classical and operant conditioning, I chose operant conditioning. Operant conditioning is supporting or deterring actions or behavior through either a reinforcement or punishment. A reinforcement is something that makes you feel better. It's a stimulus that you want to have. A punishment is something negative that you do not want to have and is a bad stimulus that preferably you want to avoid. In my essay, I chose to talk about my allergy to penicillin. I felt like it was a very good example of operant conditioning because when I got penicillin injected in me for the first time, I had a really bad allergic reaction, got sick, and got rashes. And now in my head, I associate penicillin with allergies. This case would be an example of a positive punishment. It is positive because it adds something to the equation. The thing it adds is the penicillin. And it's a punishment because it provides me with a stimulus that I did not enjoy at all of getting sick and rashes. Something that now promotes me to avoid penicillin. Um, Operant conditioning is very important in everyday life. It helps us know what actions we should and should not avoid. Another example of conditioning I used in my essay during my introduction was little kids getting rewarded for eating their vegetables. Little kids do not like to eat vegetables, but we can encourage them to eat them through giving them sweets after they eat their vegetables. This would be a positive reinforcement. It adds vegetables to the equation, and when they eat them, they are rewarded with sweets. This encourages the behavior, making them more likely in the future to continue eating their vegetables. It affects us in our entire life. I consider it to be the second most important behind observational learning. However, I think observational learning has to do with operant conditioning. This is because during observational learning, whenever you are observing someone else, really you're observing their operant conditioning of their actions or behavior and what happens to them. You're seeing how they get rewarded or punished for their actions. So for them, the one being observed, they are going through operant conditioning, whilst the observer is observational learning. I do not think you can have observational learning without operant conditioning, which is why I feel it is one of the most important ones. And that is all. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a good day.